Well, I can never seem to leave things alone. We're about to take off the, well, I say me, take off some wheels and tires so we can get down into the fender liners, take those off. And what's up, guys? So we're gonna put on the boost tubes from Banks, and then we're gonna put on the intake from Banks. So far what the truck has, and this is just kind of the way that I wanted to do things, was the iDash. We have the pedal monster under here. I have a custom pod on order, pod holder for that thing. And then the Derringer, right? So we got those three things there, two of which are performance kind of enhancing, if you will. And then now we're gonna add, we're gonna get rid of the intake, and then we're gonna do the boost tubes and the intake. And then afterwards, the rest of what we're gonna do is gonna be the Banks exhaust and then the diff cover, right? And I'm gonna do that when we put the lift kit on the truck, which is gonna be in the next couple weeks anyways. So anyways, guys, just wanted to give you kind of a little bit of a lowdown on that. This is not an installation video. Banks has a really good installation video on their website. So there's not really a place for that here. So I don't feel like I need to be very, very detail oriented. But I'm getting some jack stands underneath there, my little basic ones, not breaking out the the 10-ton jacks today from Sunix. You guys see those in my videos. Those things are awesome. But I got the Super Duty Daytonas underneath here, just holding the truck up. Also got the jack stands underneath here, just, you know, some extra support all around. I'm gonna lower it on those jack stands, have those there. I'm a little bit overkill on those. And then right now, gonna throw some chocks underneath these back tires, even though the parking brake's set. So that's about it, guys. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna kind of fill you guys in. It's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to see and share the differences with you guys, like adding everything, like the whole Banks package. We're just a couple minutes in, and I tell you, like, the video of this install makes it probably look a little harder than it is. At least I think. I mean, everything is so accessible in here. It's kind of cool. So here's your ECM right here. This is actually what we're going to be replacing. So this is like the boost tube that's stock right now. Kind of squeeze it. Nice and flexible. So it goes all the way up there to the top. So we're going to replace this whole thing with the much bigger Banks boost tubes. So that's going to be kind of cool. So that shows you guys where this goes up is going to, like, kind of right there where the oil dipstick or filler goes in. So let's take a look at this side, and then we'll get to the other side. Is a little bit lower below the airbox. So that's also why we're going to do the intake at the same time. There's no need to put the stock intake back in. So anyways, just want to show you guys a little bit of like what we're replacing. So you're going to be looking from about this angle when I'm done, and you're going to see the boost tube go all the way through this whole channel. You'll be able to see it pretty well. And here's this side. So there's your exhaust. We're not touching that today. But here's the other pipe that we're going to be removing. This guy right here. So just want to show you guys what it looks like before, and then we'll take a look afterwards. Here's where we're at so far. We got the stock parts off. You can see the replacement right here on these two, and these two go together and make this guy right here. So you can see, like, just the sheer difference. I mean, hopefully you can kind of see that on camera. This would easily fit inside of here. Really, really big difference all the way through, which is going to be holding a lot more air ready for the turbo, between the hot and the cold side, right? So that's kind of the purpose of why you do all of this. Eliminate the turbo lag. Spool up's going to be a little bit faster. I do think that while I've done several of these in the past, so I don't feel like there's the need to do like this, running with a stock intake, then run the intake and see what the difference is. But like these two combined, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a real big difference. And it's different also when you work on customers' vehicles, you know, over the years. You hop in it, test drive, whatever. But this, like, I get to tow with it, I get to drive with it. and spend a heck of a lot more time to give you actual feedback. So you can see that, well, it's gone. It's not there. We're gonna be taking the ECM out soon. You can see the pipe is all the way completely gone on this side. Same thing over here. It's off of the intercooler right there. And then you can see up into that guy. The intake is also gone. You can see pretty much straight inside of the turbo from there too. So we just finished up everything. I got the boost tube right here, all nice and tightened up. All the way up to the top, we got the ECM back in. Next is to put the fender liner and the wheels and tires back on, and we're all done. You can see the top of the tube right there. So I got the intake right here. I didn't cover this install too much because it's actually really simple. Just follow the instructions. You do need to work this thing in like really well by hand. And then this is their little adapter right here for the sensor, and that's what's going to keep you from having the check air filter light on the 2020 and newer trucks. So that's nice. Again, it's something that only Banks does. And then we get the boost tube right there. And again, on this side, just need to put the fender liner on, wheels and tires on, get this thing on the ground, and get a test drive. But yeah, underneath the hood looks really, really good. Well, she's all done and back on her own weight. I haven't even unlocked the truck from yesterday, so I'm hoping when we turn the truck on right now, we have no check engine lights. We have no issues at all, so we will find out. Okay. Yeah, pretty much nothing. I mean, we got calibrate down there, but that's what happens when you disconnect the battery. So I'm not too worried about that. Derringer settings are still the way that they were. Just gonna take a quick look underneath the hood, make sure everything's good, and then take her for a test drive. Well, I can tell you guys one thing right now. When they say it reduces the like turbo lag, which is the term that a lot of people use, it's pretty significant difference. Yeah, there's a lot less of that dead pedal, that lag right there. And my pedal monster, you know, those things, the pedal monster kind of tries to do something similar, you know, through pedal control, but that's set to city mode. That's very mild. If you have one of these, you would know. And it's set like half the setting. I'm not real big about doing sport and all that. So I'm just gonna try and get this thing up to operating temperature, and also see what it's like on the freeway, where the gears are a little bit longer, and I can kind of downshift and do a little bit of a pull. But already noticed a pretty big difference from those boost tubes, and I haven't got on it too crazy yet to see if I can hear the intake at the higher RPMs. Well, test drives are important, guys, because the passenger side bottom boost tube came off, and I heard it. You can't not hear it. It sounds like you got like a blowout. So anyways, so right now we got the hazards on, and we're only able to put like 15-20% throttle into the truck. Otherwise it's gonna freak out. You don't want to put the turbo into boost. Did get a check engine light because of that, but it'll be fine. We'll get it fixed, clear that, and we'll be good. But this makes for a very fun drive back. This happened about like 4 miles down the freeway. So anyways, good times, but you know, stuff happens, and you just got to go back in there and and make sure that it's seated right again. There's a lot of power, a lot of pressure coming through these boost tubes. So just want to share this part with you guys, but we'll get it torn apart again. Look at service emission systems now, because it's not getting the correct amount of air. We'll get it back, we'll get it fixed. All right, we're sitting in the truck right now. That was a pretty interesting test drive. You know, I tightened everything back up, and let's just be real, because like I hate having to be fake on YouTube. I just don't understand why. I'm not going to pretend to be perfect. But yeah, one of those boost tubes on the very bottom, just after being like moved and all that, just didn't seat just right, and could have been maybe a little bit tighter. It's hard to get a torque wrench in where you know, where it says that it needs to be tightened. Anyways, it blew off, and it's okay. Like, nothing got damaged on the truck, but we got a check engine light. Obviously, we can't build boost, so like you had to be real light on the throttle for me to get back from the test drive. And I was about 4 miles away. I decided to hit the freeway, so that way I can kind of hold it wide open, keep that boost pressure as like high as I could for as long as I could. And anyways, so I'm coming back, get the service emission system on, blah blah blah. But I'm sharing this with you guys too, because this may happen if you guys decide to do it yourself. But you know, just go through, you got to redo a couple of your steps. It's fine. Take the fender liner off, you know, get in there and fix it, put it back on, and then like reseat everything. And then I was able to torque it down more than I had before, which I feel like is a little bit more in spec of where it was at. I was able to just basically finesse everything. It's hard to explain. So anyways, I did that, and forgive me for not showing that to you guys. Like, I did not want to be working on this truck in the middle of the day when it's super hot, above 100 out here right now. And so I just wanted to tie that up, so I did. Anyway, so I got a check engine light, and then I got the service emission system message on here, which is not a check engine light. You can't clear it with like a DTC tool. So anyways, it blocks out your whole entire center like gauge. And anyways, I drove maybe 2 miles at the most, and that went away. Like, I was driving around just trying to basically put my foot in it to get the boost pressure up, make sure it's not going to blow off again, and everything's fine. And so after like romping on it kind of hard around some of the blocks, that you know, just getting up to speed, and I looked down as I was pulling back into my driveway, and it was gone. So that wasn't even 2 miles. So if you see that message and this happens, don't worry about it. But I did get it because the truck freaked out when you know, I got the check engine light, couldn't build boost. It's like, hey, what's going on? So that's okay, it's gone. So yeah, so we got the intake, we got the boost tubes. I mean, I think both of them are excellent. I would definitely buy both. I'm really starting to like this iDash, and I do have like a mount that I'm getting for the right here. I think that the Derringer, the iDash, Pedal Monster are excellent combo. I think you'll really like that the Derringer is very simple to install, even though I didn't touch base on that in this video. But so far we have those three, and then today we added the boost tubes and the intake underneath the hood, and it's a noticeable difference, guys. Like, it really is. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Sorry, there's a lot of talking, not as much driving, but I think overall you guys would really be happy with all of the Banks mods that are on the truck. I think Banks just has this arsenal of parts that all work together that makes it so popular, and I appreciate that from Banks, man. That's super cool, because without companies like them, there wouldn't be a ton of performance customization available for these trucks. So anyways, big shout out to them, to Banks. That's freaking awesome that they make this stuff. And yeah, we'll keep adding parts on. I'll keep doing some videos for you guys, and try to make them a little more short and sweet, and never want to make it boring. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.